Hey everyone, Kai here. Today I'm going to be watching the 6th episode of Watashi no Oshi wa Akuyaku Reijou. I'm in love with the villainess. So, last episode we got to actually have a bit of a tournament arc, which included getting to see Rei and Claire just kind of duke it out. But, Rei was obviously going to win that fight. So, with even her final form, and she pretty much won without too much difficulty. Just kind of put Claire in a hole. But yeah, pretty much everyone that mattered passed, and Rei was able to get Claire to agree to her agreement, right? So it pretty much boils down to, yeah, Claire's not going to give up. She's not going to let Rei down. It's going to be good. So hopefully, whenever we do get to the plot point where that becomes relevant, hopefully that shines through. So we're here for episode 6, though. Let's see how their student council work ends up going. So as usual, if you enjoyed the video, please click the like button and support me on Patreon for the access to the picture-in-picture version. And let us begin in 3, 2, 1, play. We are elite. They're okay too. Yes, Captain. Lorette? Fuck you. I am not going to remember how to pronounce that. Okay. Should I be taking notes? Foundation Day Fair. I should hope so. A night cafe. So somebody get her a panic bag or something. I'm sure she does. I know, right? As always, we're on the same page. That's also fairly common, more so than you would think in anime. It's fine. I think it's all good. I know Ray could definitely pull off that look. Yeah, also, he could pull off that look. Well, we got her approval. That would be something to see, wouldn't it? Yeah, give him some makeup, he could pass for a girl. Yeah, you would definitely not need any makeup. Rob would have the hardest time, but because he's too manly to look feminine. Because I could definitely picture Ray in guy's clothes. Claire definitely a little bit harder to imagine. I think it's mostly Ray's hairstyle that makes me feel that way. Like it's short hair. I mean, long hair is inherently feminine. Like I know some guys do have long hair, but my point still stands. I'm sure we've all seen someone with long hair thinking that was a girl, then they turn around and it turns out to be a guy. I imagine we've all had that experience. Obviously, more in certain cultures than others, but. I love you. The secret reason must not be told to anyone. That's a title. Okay. Yeah, that didn't solve the initial problem, did it? Oh, it's too late. I bet. She knows about everything. Inventor. What would that be? Wants to beat some people up? Peculiar. Those commenters doing their weird things. Boy, her mood changed. Something. Are we going into a ghost story? And this is the world of magic, so I mean, definitely many things it could be besides a ghost. Okay, I'm gonna go on a limb here and assume this is our pet slime causing problems. That was a lot of stuttering for someone who's not afraid. It's a great face on Claire. Leave it be. Well, we got her. Because if it's not the slime, I don't know what else it could be. All I know is that hand we saw looked pretty slimy. Yes, no, obey. It's hard to believe at the beginning of this show, Claire just was bullying Ray. Now we have her taking orders from her. Going on a cold night together. There's also no such thing as magic, but you know, this world, you never know. I think she touched something slimy. What were you doing when we were gone, Claire? Yeah, sticky fingers aren't gonna hurt you. You'll get used to that soon enough. You have to fight it. Burn it. Use your fire. that's just mean. Speak English, please. We're in a kitchen, so... Yeah, don't worry, just enjoy. Oh, you'll be impressed, I assure you. What did I tell you? It just oozes deliciousness. I made it myself. Hi. Who needs sleep, really? Oh, is it really? Is it really gonna be her? That would be the twist. But she's not slimy, is she? But I mean, I guess sometimes she is under the right context, but but she say mochi no ro. Man, she is one prepared girl. Yeah, why not? Can't just eat and run. Come on, don't ruin all this prep. Okay, so there is still a mystery element to it. It's just partially Ray. Gotta appreciate those thigh shots. Because this probably is a slime. Yeah. So I was partially right. I deserve partial credit, Sensei. I did. That's one way to enjoy an afternoon. Come on, the bed's already set up, Claire. And you want to go back all spooky, dark, you know? Are you sure you want to leave when there's a nice, comfy bed there with Ray, nice and warm? I mean, she changed her mind. Well, we are making some progress tonight. Oh, Scissor, I see what you did there. I agree. Define funny. I want a list of what is and is not acceptable between those sheets. You know, and just make sure we're on the same page. Maybe some negotiation could be done. So I take it this is a flashback, but too bad Ray's not around. She'd be more than happy to. Is that Misha or Lenny? That's what I meant to say. Got my names mixed up. My bad. That's who I was thinking. Don't give up, Claire. And she is quite beautiful. It's like she's like a big Claire. It's like we really don't care, Claire. And nobles aren't allowed to be happy. You know, I think works of fiction have taught me that. Unless they're corrupt nobles, you know. But I don't think that makes up for it. It's really a pretty dress, though, but we don't have time to deal with that crying child. We got duties to do. This sad, sad girl. You can say happy birthday all you want, but is it a brush? Not quite what I was expecting. But it's got a little rose on the back. I think that's nice. Says this other small girl. If she ever can. There's something about little maids that are just so adorable. Sleeping with it. We're about to get bad news, aren't we? Terrible news, even. Cut to the graveyard and the funeral. Because the child wasn't clearly wasn't sad enough. Okay, don't be talking like that. Yeah, I forgot about that. That was like the last thing she said to her. This episode is just really trying to break me, isn't it? Well, at least now I have a bit more context on the whole don't give up thing. But at what cost? I mean, if we're gonna wake up, I can't imagine a better way to wake up. She did nothing wrong, Claire. Please don't hit her. Oh no, you set her off. Sound effect for that wink. Ooh, sandwiches. Not a bad choice, I mean. There's one left. Is that for Ray? Yeah, mayonnaise is new thing. Do not underestimate me. Those look even better. Because, you know, meat. Oh. Why would you think that? Yeah, definitely. It's a little bit too good. It's like the evidence in shadow, just influencing the world with our world stuff. You're not helping your case. Ooh. Naturally. Yeah, let's. Oh yeah, that was the title, wasn't it? Like a secret that mustn't be said, or something like that. I don't need all that attention. It'll just be our little secret. What if that's implying that she has a couple secrets? Like foreshadowing you. I'll teach you how to make a crepe. Why are you complaining? Claire is not going to be left out. We knew we couldn't trust you. What are we making? Cupcakes? That was my second guess. I'm sure she'll love this. Breaking like ice almost. Did you expect anything else? What was that sound? The slime? The recipe? Ah, mayonnaise, wow. If you ever need to break out the mayonnaise. I want more, please. You gotta learn to say no to Claire sometimes. Don't hurt yourself. I should hope not. It was just a match. I mean, it all better. Gotta love a world with magic. Gotta love her look of jealousy. I'm always taking it back, even though I shouldn't be, that she's just so excited to see the jealousy. I don't like the sound of that. And they end off on that note, too. Damn it. Excellent. I'm sure you do. Okay. Yeah, I mean, need to not watch a preview. Just already kind of spoiled getting to see Claire in the outfit, but oh well, just life be that way sometimes. But anyway, that was the 6th episode of Watashi no Oshi wa Akuyaku Reijou. And this episode, we, man, what even happened this episode? I mean, yeah, where did I start about this? Because I think the first real big thing was just the ghost story, right? There was something going on here, and it was up to Claire and Ray to solve it, right? Only thing before that was pretty much just the deciding of the cafe and all that. We eventually decided on having like a gender bend cafe. That's what I'm gonna call it. Like I said, I definitely have seen an anime more than a few times. Not often enough where I would call it a cliche, the same way maid cafes and haunted houses for culture vegetable type things. But still, it's common enough where it doesn't really surprise me anymore when I see it in an anime, if that makes sense. But we basically all agreed to it. It was a little bit hard to get Claire to agree to some of this, but in the end, we got her as well. So we did have the whole the whole commoners doing peculiar things, as Claire called it. We had that. We didn't really have too much of a follow up on that, which I expected. Maybe we'll get more of that later on in the episode, because it did at the end of the episode. They kind of foreshadowed that things would be going downhill in some respects. So maybe that could be what causes some of the commoner uprising sort of stuff. But we'll see. The fact that I didn't come back in the episode at all, I'm going to assume that was a foreshadowing for next episode conflict. But yeah, Claire seems to be a little bit of a scaredy cat. Seems to be a little bit afraid of being alone in the dark and ghosties and all that good stuff. But yeah, we got to have a call tonight between Claire and Ray at the kitchen, which it's good, because the kitchen you can make food. I think she made something, didn't she? Yeah, she made a chocolate cake, I think. Well, she says the kind of chocolate cake, but anyway, just delicious food. The key to a woman's heart is food, so I've heard. So, that's definitely how we got Claire to stick around for a little bit longer. She very much enjoyed it, asking like what place made it, and just Ray's like, just yes, me, I did that. So that was great. Almost reminds me a little bit of Wataten, the way. The main female character of that was really good at baking sweets and stuff like that. So even though her love interest was a little bit put off by her and her very aggressive, very her antics. Let's just call it that. The making of the sweets brought her in, because those kind of sweets you can't just buy at the store. You gotta stick with her, right? To have those delicious sweets. So a little bit definitely reminded me a little bit of that here. So that was funny in that regard. But yeah, it turns out that the ghost was mostly Ray. I say mostly because some of it was just, our slime friend, whose name I'll eventually remember, Relayer, whatever it was. But yeah, because Claire was at first just gonna peace out, because she's not gonna stay here where it's all scary. Well, rather, you're not gonna stay here where she has nothing to do but just sleep in the same bed as Ray. But once she found out the alternative was to go back by herself at nights, right? She changed her mind real quick. But yeah, that's what led to a nice sleeping together scene, and more importantly, a nice waking up together scene. We didn't see much in between, but I'll take what I can get. But in between those two things, we did get the dream sequence, which was essentially a flashback from our perspective. Getting to see little Claire, just her sad backstory involving the mother and all that. So I can't remember if we knew any of this before, like if we knew the mother died before. We might have. I'm a little bit fuzzy on that. But either way, we got the full context of it here. And it definitely is a sad thing, because we go for Claire wanting to spend more time with her to being able to never spend time with her again. And that's horrible enough as it is. Added insult to injury, the last interaction they had was a fight and all that. So really, we even had like the brush present and all that, just added a little bit more salt to the wound, But and once we got all done with that, we got the nice waking up together scene. Just want to go to that shot real quick, because she wakes up. The very first thing she sees is a sleeping Ray, right, hand holding, just like pretty much a perfect couple's kind of sleeping posture. Unless you want to get into not safe for work territory, that's as good as you're gonna get. So yeah, just Ray has a very nice kind of peaceful expression on her face as she's sleeping. I know, I get Claire's perspective, but I couldn't bring myself to just slap such a happy, content face like that. And she didn't do anything wrong, just a little bit of hand holding, right? I know we didn't get the contract filled out by what was allowed and what wasn't, but I'm pretty sure that would be allowed, right? You know, just I'm no lawyer, but I would make sure that was allowed in the contract. But although honestly, just from waking up like that, you probably sometimes if you wake up in an unfamiliar place, you're at first you're like confused, like because the first thing she probably thought was that Ray just snuck into her bed or whatever, but definitely not what happened. But still, don't be slapping Ray like that. It's not okay. She works hard for you, you know. But including making food, because we had the sandwiches and all that, and pretty much the reveal that, yeah, Ray is the one that's been making these recipes to get them spread. Well, that was not even remotely surprising. But at least not for us. Maybe for other characters it would be. But you know, Lena, she has a secret now, right? But as we've seen, she's not the best at keeping secrets. But I think we even gave her the mayonnaise secret by the end of the episode, so she's got that card to play now. But they are definitely becoming good friends, you know, much to Claire's dismay. Also, magic is very useful for curing owies. We showcased like a bell thing near the end of the episode, so I guess I'm planning that's going to be relevant to our next arc, and I don't know, but yeah, I think that's about all I want to say on the episode. So yeah, I'm really worried about what's going to happen next episode. So that's just kind of where I'm at right now, but we're just going to have to wait and see. You know, we are going to have the fun, like, cafe thing. That's something to look forward to, at least. So, like, you know, even though there was definitely some foreshadowing of bad things going forward, that doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be next episode. So probably don't have to worry too much, really. But we'll see. We'll see. So thank you for watching, and I hope to see you in the next video. Until then, bye-bye.